a material stronger than steel, tougher than Kevlar, and eco-friendly. Today we're talking about spider silk, a revolutionary new material. Kraig Biocraft Laboratories that trades under ticker KBLB, and no, this isn't something we hope is happening. Spider silk is here. Kraig Labs is now producing record-breaking spider silk production runs, which means Kraig is advancing towards another potential biotech milestone. We believe this deserves your attention, the possible first commercial sales. Let's explore why this matters now. While we generally cover hot NASDAQ stocks under $15 to trade, we don't usually cover stocks traded on OTC markets because of their associated risks. However, KBLB is special, and that's why we've been covering KBLB since 2010. But first, OTCQB market stocks are highly volatile, high risk, and have limited liquidity. KBLB began trading on OTCQB markets more than 15 years ago and has a modest market cap of $90 million. Its limitations are part of the reason Kraig has been forced to slowly bring spider silk into production. As it turns out, creating a new fiber with living animals is hard, so the extra time was needed to increase yield sizes and implement production procedures needed for success. During this time, Kraig's competitors, despite raising enormous amounts of funding and gaining major media attention, have all pivoted to other materials after failing with their pseudo-spider silk. DuPont took around 7 years to bring Kevlar to market and another 2 years of refining it for commercialization. They spent over $500 million to develop back in the 70s. Kevlar hitting the commercial market triggered a surge in DuPont's valuation. March 24th, the company put out a press release which indicates they have almost finished building inventory in preparation for potential sales, and this should signal to the markets spider silk has inventory and is ready to make its first sale. In March of this year, Kraig produced their largest batch in the company's history, surpassing all of 2024's output. Now, with inventory growing in Vietnam and production expanding to Cambodia, Kraig's spider silk samples could soon be shipped to past interested parties from 2019, like the previously announced Polar Tech or the U.S. Army, and others who, according to news sources like Bloomberg, the Wall Street Journal, and Wired, expressed interest in the biomaterial in the past. Getting samples and confirming available inventory could renew interest in this biodegradable material. Spider silk is now a reality. Kraig Labs is ramping up production and building inventory. However you look at it, the potential is exciting. While much of it is forward-looking, the reality is we're getting closer, and the first commercial sales is generally one of the biggest milestones for a fiber like spider silk could be close. OpenPR and others have estimated the spider silk market could be worth billions of dollars by 2032, while speculative, it highlights some of the possibilities. From medical sutures to lightweight armor, Kraig's spider silk could prepare to enter markets for defense, healthcare, and fashion. First sales would mark a turning point, shifting Kraig from pre-commercialization to revenue, drawing investor and industry attention. Despite the risks of being on OTCQB market, KBLB has been trading long enough to give stakeholders an idea of how to frame its market around news events. Everyone should do some research, read the news, and pull up a chart to review its history. Part of being an informed investor is understanding that timing is one of the most important aspects of success. And the March 24th company press release lets everyone know they are on the clock and almost complete with stated inventory goals. When the company tells you it's almost finished building inventory, this should be notable for investors. Kraig Labs is the only biotech that produces real spider silk that is biodegradable, all natural, and incorporates all the biomechanical properties of actual spider silk, and we believe it should have your attention. Do your due diligence, research thoroughly, look at the chart, and stay informed. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe, don't miss our next one, as we will be continuing our coverage of Kraig Labs. You can visit the company website at kraiglabs.com. Some of these statements might contain opinions or are forward-looking in nature. I am not a financial professional, hold no licenses, and this is for informational purposes only. You must consult with a professional and do your own research. OTC stocks are considered the riskiest investments. Hit subscribe and don't miss continuing coverage of Kraig Labs.